8 years ago is when it all started. The Air Force announced it needed to replace its aging fleet of KC-135 tankers. It's been a roller coaster ride ever since. In June of 2005, EADS announced it wanted to build tankers in Mobile, Alabama, a major economic boost to the city, the region, the entire state.
I believe that you and your company will look back on this day and say this was truly, one of the great days of your company in making this decision.
To become more competitive, EADS teamed up with Northrop Grumman. Both companies agreed if they won the military contract, Brookley Field would be ground zero. Hopes were high, but the real celebration came in February of 2008.
It is confirmed by Senator Sessions that Mobile is the site.
The Air Force declared Northrop Grumman and EADS the winner. A month later, Boeing filed a protest with the Government Accountability Office.
They weren't open and transparent. The reality is they changed the criteria.
In September of 2008, the Defense Secretary canceled the contract. A year later, the Air Force released a draft of new terms for bidding. Northrop Grumman said unless major changes were made, it would not compete. Just 2 weeks ago, the government released its request for proposal. That brings us to today. Northrop Grumman says it's out. A devastating blow.
It's devastating to win a $40 billion contract one year and then the next year be put in a position where you can't compete.
Disheartening and infuriating.
Because of this process has been so mucked up by politics and protectionism, it does not give any company a fair opportunity on the military acquisition process.
Tomorrow morning, the chairman of EADS North America will be in town. Ralph Crosby will sit down with News 5 in the morning to talk tanker and the company's future plans here in Mobile. We get the first TV interview with Crosby in the morning, and we'll rush it back to get it on WKRG.com and air the interview starting on News 5 at noon.
Governor Bob Riley says he is upset with today's decision, but he doesn't blame Northrop Grumman. Governor Riley says the contest was over the day President Obama took office.
This administration decided before the president was even elected that this was going to a Chicago company, and it did.
A lot of you are also disappointed and upset. Many messages have been left on our Facebook page. Stephen Hayes says Boeing got what they paid all the congressmen and Pentagon officials for.
Sue Barnes disagrees a little, saying once again Republicans start blaming Obama. But this all started while W was still in office, so there's plenty of blame to go around.
And Brian Hutchins has doubts, saying Boeing can't even fulfill the contracts they already have. How do they expect to squeeze in the largest and most costly contract in U.S. defense history? There's much more tanker talk on WKRG.com. You can read more statements from Alabama leaders in Washington and watch past reports on the air.